Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is October 16th. My name is Henry, and I will present you with some big news of the week. The first news being China is removing the quota system for foreign institutional investment, allowing fund managers to invest in Chinese stocks and bonds without a hard limit. This is seen as an action from China to seek to caution the impact of an economic slowdown and its trade war with Washington. This change of regulation will enhance the convenience of participating in China's market for foreign investors and can potentially urge the Chinese market to bounce back to offset the impacts from the trade war. Let's move on to Apple. Apple announced its new product this week, showing a trend of Apple products and services becoming cheaper than before. Its Apple TV Plus streaming service will cost only $5 a month, which is below Disney Plus and Netflix. On the day of announcement, Apple stock rose 1.2% to 216.7. Roku stock clearly was plunging with other expensive growth stocks, but definitely came down after the Apple TV Plus pricing came out. Last news is Wendy's plunged 10.2% on Tuesday after the fast food chain unveiled a plan to expand its breakfast offerings. Wendy's plans to expand their signature items to each of its more than 5,800 US restaurants by 2020. Breakfast is currently available in just over 300 locations. The CEO believes this expansion will provide incredible growth opportunity for the business. The plan will require investment of around $20 million and additional 20,000 US employees to complete. Now let's see what happened with markets today. The North American markets generally went down slightly. The Toronto 可以暂停吗？好像太久没有碰触这个内容，没事，就是刚开始那个，对，OK，没事不用调，应该就说完之前不会再写。Now let's see what happened with the markets today. The North American markets generally went down slightly. The Toronto Exchange went up by 0.05%, while the Nasdaq and S&P went down by 0.3 and 0.19% respectively. The European markets, however, shows a better picture. Although the FTSE went down by 0.61%, CAC and DAX both went up by 1.05 and 0.32% respectively. Moving on to the Asian markets, all the three major indices in Asia all showed a better performance. The Hang Seng went up by 0.61% and the Nikkei went up by 1.2%. In terms of currencies, the Canadian dollar has depreciated against the US dollar and Japanese yen. However, the Canadian dollar appreciated against the euro by 0.14%. Now let's move on to commodity. Gold and copper both had a negative performance. They went down by 0.94% and 0.76% respectively. Thank you for listening to today's market wrap-up.